Hello everybody and welcome to The Noble Way. Today, what has Universal executives so worried? Plus, higher prices and more refurbishment delays? It's all coming up in this week's weekly news. Starting off with a piece of news for the Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World, the Festival of the Fantasy Parade has returned. It is in action right now, and there are two show times, 11:30 and 2:30, and I have already got to see it, and it is a fantastic parade, and I am so excited to announce that it is back. It's been coming for a while. We've announced it before, but we did want to just kind of remind people that it is out. It is back. Go see it. It is so cool. And the dragon is back and it's breathing fire. I am so excited to see parades return to the park, and I hope that there's going to be a lot more. Now, I don't know that any parade will ever be as good as Spectro Magic. I will say I would love to see that one come back.
Yeah,
the Main Street Electrical Parade, it's okay and all, but there's nothing like Spectro Magic, and I don't know if they'll ever bring it back, but Disney, if you're listening, I think everybody would like to see it.
The refurbishment at Blizzard Beach has been extended to May 2022. There's no exact date given, but it is definitely till May, so that's kind of sad, but at least we have Typhoon Lagoon to go to.
Yeah.
And speaking of Typhoon Lagoon, they have announced that and confirmed, Disney has confirmed that the H2O Glow Nights are coming back to Typhoon Lagoon. It does not say the exact dates, I don't believe, yet, or the exact prices. People are going off the prices that they gave last time that they were going to open it back up, but then they didn't open it back up. So if you can go online and see those prices, and maybe it's going to be around that, but there's no guarantee what that price is.
Yeah, so if you've been wanting to go to an after-hours Disney event at a water park, maybe get in the water and have a lot of glow in the dark like necklaces and all sorts of things, like a glow party, get ready because H2O is coming back and it's going to be an exciting time.
It is a separate ticketed event, so you do have to, it's in addition to your day pass or your annual pass. It is a little bit cheaper for annual pass holders, I do believe, and if you get it early. Like same day passes are a little bit more expensive, and they are limited. You're not guaranteed a ticket if you want to go. And if you're 21 and older and you don't feel like hanging out with the kids at after dark, there is a special retreat, they call it, for 21 and over, and there's a cocktail bar and a special DJ back there. I think there's also a DJ for the whole party, but for the 21 and older, there's a separate DJ and party back there. So if you just want to be with adults, you can go back there.
So there you have it. The next thing we want to talk about is Epcot. If you've been to Epcot recently, it looks like a war zone there. I mean, once you get into the World Showcase, it's business as usual.
Yeah, and it's beautiful.
But before you get to the World Showcase, it literally just looks like a bomb went off. It's just construction everywhere. You can't get anywhere. A lot of people have been really frustrated with it and complaining about it. It doesn't bother me that much, but a lot of people it does bother. I'm more anxious to see what's behind the curtain.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, they have updated the Epcot project, sort of the construction permits and the length of time and all that stuff for another year. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's not going to be completed within another year, but they have extended that again another year.
Yeah.
I do know that they've been preparing to open up a walkway through that, some of that construction. TBD on when that happens and what it's going to look like and where does it take us. So I have a feeling they're going to update, open pieces of it as it becomes available. Because right now it is kind of a big pain to go all the way around to the right or all the way around to the left, and there's no real way to get quickly through the middle. So we'll keep you posted, but another piece of bad news that the refurbishment and reimagining of Epcot is yet again delayed and extended even more.
Well, the parking lot trams have been removed from Animal Kingdom. People are speculating that they removed them to service them to actually bring them back to either Animal Kingdom or one of the other parks that don't have the trams yet, other than Magic Kingdom. So, because so far, Magic Kingdom is the only one, even though Disney did say that the trams were going to be available in the other parks 2022.
Yeah.
But not so far.
Yeah, they made that announcement, and we kept looking, and we're like, "Where's the trams?"
There's not any
seeing any trams, so we're not sure what's going on. Maybe they're just cleaning them up, servicing them, but they
Hoping
are.
we'll forget about them.
Yeah, right. They have been moved, so maybe that means the trams are coming back soon. We'll see. Higher prices. That seems to be the theme of 2022. I have
It
to
really
say,
does.
it just seems like prices keep going up and up and up and up. I wish the amount of money that we had kept going up and up and up, but apparently just the prices of everything. So bad news, Universal is also raising their annual pass prices. Disney they announced that they were raising their prices. They've been raising prices across the board.
Yeah.
And apparently Universal's decided it's time to follow suit, and they're also going to be raising prices. So anywhere between 10 and 15% increase in the pass cost. So that's, somewhere between $50 and $75 to $85 depending on which pass you're looking at. Don't know exactly the date yet as to when those passes are going to start raising in price, but I will tell you right now, go get your pass now. Don't wait, because you're going to be paying a lot more if you don't get the pass ASAP. So if you're thinking about getting a Universal Pass, now's the time.
No more masks on the Skyliner. Yay! I'm excited about that. Last time we rode it with our masks on, it was so hot in there. I was like, I want to take
And it didn't
off.
make any sense.
No, it
Because
didn't.
no mask required anywhere else, but we got on the Skyliner and they're like, put your mask on. I'm
mask
like,
on.
we're the only ones in this thing.
So, and also on the truck that leads you to and from the Star Wars Hotel to Galaxy's Edge, you no longer have to wear a mask. But on the monorails and any bus transportation in Disney, masks are still required.
I got nothing. We got nothing on that. So, I'm not even going to comment or speculate. We got nothing. Good news for all you Poseidon Furies fans. I don't know why I said Furies fans, but for all you fans of Poseidon's Fury at Universal Studios / Islands of Adventure, technically, it's open again. It's been closed for a couple of years. They say it's been closed for 2 years, but I swear we went on it like a year and a half-ish ago.
I don't remember.
When we were here, so I'm not sure that it's been exactly 2 years, but they say it's been closed for 2 years. We have gone through it. We've seen it. We think it's amazing. I love Poseidon's Fury. I am a little disappointed in the fact that it's not really changed a lot.
Yeah.
The majority of anything that I noticed was just they've upgraded some of the equipment. Almost kind of like technical equipment, projectors, things like that have been updated, but the basic concept, story, experience is pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Which I'm also glad about because I love it and I didn't really want it to change. But it was closed for so long, I was starting to get a little bit excited that like maybe it's going to get a little bit better. They're going to, maybe update the movies, and things, sort of some of the special effects, but they didn't really. So it's kind of it was a little lackluster, I guess. It was a little disappointing, but I'm super jazzed that it's open. So if you're a fan of Poseidon's Fury like I am, you can finally go see it again. So get out there. Wait in that super freezing cold line
so
for some
cold in
reason.
there.
It's the coldest
I need,
line
like, a parka.
anywhere. It's literally worse than
So
being in the
cold.
refrigeration section at like a supermarket. Like it's that cold. But it is open, so check it out.
What's interesting about them still requiring masks on the monorail and the bus transportation is, on the other hand, Disney is starting to remove the plexiglass from the point of sale places and that just means where you go to pay and you deal with the cashiers and that kind of thing. But so they're removing those, but
it's
still
interesting.
requiring them on the monorail. It's just
It's interesting. It's a little weird because they've removed all the plexiglass from the rides and things, right? So like for guests, social distancing is non-existent.
Yeah,
There's no 6 feet. There's no plexiglass between the rows of the like Pirates of the Caribbean or any of the rides or anything. But for cast members, they kept sort of this plexiglass up to like protect cast members. But now they're removing those.
Yep.
So it feels to me like kind of Disney is just saying like COVID's over pretty much for them. But then
still have to wear them on the bus.
still have to wear it on the bus and the monorail. So that's a little weird.
We
but
don't know.
also, I feel like it's kind of a stamp that says like we're kind of done with COVID. We think it's over because taking the mask policy away. That's kind of easy because you can just put it back. Right? It's like masks are required again. People start wearing a mask. Taking down plexiglass, that's like
More work.
decent chunk of work. Like they have to like remove them, unscrew them, untape them, however they're put up. And like you can't just be like, oh hey, we're back in action, and then the plexiglass just pops up again. So I feel like it's kind of a statement. Now, hopefully, hope against hope that it is the case, and we're kind of done with COVID. But we'll see what happens next fall, and woohoo, round 65 of this thing. Hopefully not.
Anna and Elsa have returned to inside Summer House at Epcot in the World Showcase. So you don't have to meet them outside anymore. You can actually go into the Summer House and
In Norway.
And greet them. I'm sure it's still socially distanced, although I have seen that hugging is starting to come back with some characters, and I don't really know many details on that. I just know it's been photographed and people have seen, like I've seen a picture of myself of Pooh hugging someone. Yeah. But once again, I don't know too many details on that, so I guess we'll just have to go to the parks and find out.
And maybe that was just a random person that ran up and hugged Pooh and then got escorted off the property right after that.
So we're not even sure.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, good news. And the last piece of news that we have for you is Universal Studios. What's going on with Universal right now? What's got Universal executives all sort of concerned and worried? So there's been a lot of rumor milling going on right now around Universal, especially with regards to the Epic Universe. That there's a little bit of panic potentially setting in, that they are worried that when they open Epic Universe, that the Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure parks are going to be completely empty, because everyone is going to be flocking to the brand new park Epic Universe, and they are not attached to each other.
Yeah.
So they are not right next to each other like the other two parks. So when you think about people going to Epic Universe, it's not like you can go to Epic Universe and just quickly jump over to the other parks. Though they will have transportation options to do that, it's not as easily as just kind of like exiting and walking across to the other one. So there's a little bit of panic, and they've also started surveying Universal guests and Universal pass holders about the possibility of instituting reservation system.
No.
Now they haven't said
I do not want that.
They have not said they're introducing a reservation system, but what they have said is they're asking what people feel about the reservation system that Disney has, and that other places has. What are their feelings about it? So I'm curious as to why they're asking that question. My speculation is that they're asking because they're considering implementing it probably when Epic Universe opens up.
Maybe.
For Epic Universe, or they're considering implementing it because it's getting so busy at Universal Studios right now and summer's coming up, or they want to see if it's having some sort of impact in a negative way for Disney, for guests to be able to actually come to Universal, and because they like the fact that there's no reservations at Universal. I don't know. So there's a lot of speculation around reservation system for Universal. I personally despise them.
Yeah, don't do it.
I don't like the reservation system. It's not my thing. I'm okay with parks selling out and not allowing people access. But to me, I buy a pass, I buy tickets, I should be able to get into the parks. But you know what? I understand crowd control, but we've gone, I don't know how many decades without a reservation system. I'm not really sure why all of a sudden we feel like it's a necessary thing. I get it when COVID was a thing, but if COVID's over, which seems like Disney's kind of declaring, I'm not really sure why we need it. And Universal, they've never had it. So I don't know. I'm not a fan. So for me, personally, it's my own personal opinion. You may have your own opinion, and you can have it. I just don't like it. Because I like to just be able to show up when I want to show up. And then if I go and I get turned away, okay, well, that's what happens. So that's my own opinion. So lots of things going on at Universal. I think the Universal team is a little concerned about the capacities that are happening at the parks and Epic Universe opening up and what that's going to do for the other two parks. So that's all the news that we have for you today. Hope you've enjoyed. Tune in again tomorrow for another great episode. Until then, the Noble Way.
It's the easy way.
Bye-bye, everybody.